see here. And then the refinance is where you go back to your broker. They're going to discharge the original mortgage. Again, you want to make sure your penalties and stuff on that are on the low end. They will appraise a property. Hopefully you're getting 80% loan to value on that new appraisal. And then you're going to cash out that equity and let the rent carry the property so that you can take that money and do it all again. If you've done it properly, let's say you had a total purchase and reno budget of 80,000 for your down payment plus all your renovations, hopefully you'll get out at least 70 to 80,000 back out of the house once you're done. The goal is to try and get every dollar you put in out. If you have to leave a little bit in, that's not a big deal, but you don't want to be in a position where you do all this work and you're only able to take out 10 grand. That's not going to do anything for you in leveraging this system. Okay. Grinder, are there any banks that you know that are more open to this type of strategy in your experience?
Yes, Gurpreet. There are few banks, and again, it depends on like who you are dealing with, right? I just to give you an example, like I work with RBC a lot. So
Yeah.
initially, when I started working with them, like I was talking to like few of their the people, and you really wanna understand that the person that you are working with, he is investor focused,
Yeah.
right? The mortgage broker. So basically, you will come across people who will say that you cannot like refinance a property within 12 months. That is the seasoning period with our bank and this and that. And some people, they don't really understand how BRRRR works, and they will straight away say no, that we can't do it,
Yeah.
right? But there are people out there who really like work with the investors. So you need to find that right person. I've seen RBC, Scotiabank, and CIBC. These among A lenders, like these are the banks which are quite flexible when it comes to working with the investors. And again, depend on the person that you're dealing with, right? How savvy that mortgage broker is.
Yeah.
Uh, Otherwise, like there are other lenders as well, which are not A lenders, not the big six banks, but they are categorized as A lenders. Like MCAP is there, and there are some other companies who will provide financing, and they allow for refinance. But you have to be very upfront with them what your goal is with the property,
Yeah.
and make sure that they understand, and they are kind of working with you on this project rather than uh, bringing trouble to you.
Yeah. No, bang on. Guys, I don't know if
Gurpreet,
you picked.
I
Yeah,
have
go ahead.
a suggestion as well, Bamshi.
Sure.
So when you're going into the deal, while you're buying the deal, if you finance the deal with either private finance, some kind of a private finance thing, it's nowhere on the bank's book. So it would be easier down the line, 6 months or 9 months down the line, when you are done fixing like your
Mm-hmm.
financing your buying costs as well as your rehab costs, with private money. And
Yeah.
6 months down the line, when the house is in a tip-top condition, you're like open to have it financed through the banks or any which way you want. So banks shouldn't have any issue financing such kind of properties.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing you want to keep in mind there is the private lender's rate. Obviously, maybe you can work out some kind of an equity split from the refinance where
Yeah, you got to
they
work
get.
those numbers into your deal,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's how it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing, guys, Grinder mentioned, it's called seasoning period. Um, Again, a lot of banks, especially the guys, the bank employees you meet when you walk into the bank, like just the financial planners or tellers, the guys right above the teller, they won't know these things. They're there for a year and a half, and then they're moving on. That role is kind of a stepping stone. They're not experts on mortgages. They're not experts on what's going on. A lot of banks will call it purchase and improvements. You can do it ahead of time, where you get the quote from your contractors saying we're going to do $40,000 worth of work on this property. You pay it, and the bank refinances that within 3 to 6 months of you having everything done. and you can set that up right away, right from the start. Basically, what happens is the bank will give you the mortgage and they'll keep 40,000 on hold with the lawyer based on the quote that you have. Once you've done the work, you call the lawyer and the bank, you say, here's my final invoice, this is what I spent. The lawyer releases the fund, pays you back, and you're not refinancing or anything. You're good to go right from the start. Okay. Again, the numbers and the bank really make a difference here. So this is going to be a case-by-case basis. The goal, obviously, BRRRR, get as high an appraisal value post-reno as possible. That's going to ensure that you get your money out, and that you can do it again. And let's see. Okay, repeat. Once you've done it once, it's a huge learning curve there. There's going to be lots of ups and downs. Be meticulous about where you fell short the first time you do it, so that you can upgrade that in your system, right? If you had a bad plumber, start looking for a new plumber right away. If you've had a bad electrician, whatnot, somebody didn't deliver, this is one strike and you're out, in my opinion, right? Unless there's extenuating circumstances. But you want to really have a tight-knit group who knows what they're doing, they're focused, and someone who it's duplicatable, just like we say in this group. It's all about your systems. This is no different.